When you have collected data for your survey experiments, some people come across the following situation. The independent variable conditions are mixed with the moderator conditions. This can be a problem if we want to conduct a two-way ANOVA, because now we only have one variable, but not two. What should we do now? Actually, it's quite easy. We simply just have to break down this variable into two meaningful variables that can be directly used in our two-way ANOVA. But before we break it down, we have to understand what the values mean. In this toy example, the values of the condition variable indicate the following. 1 refers to hot weather with a picture condition. 2 refers to hot weather, no picture condition. 3 refers to cold weather with a picture condition. And the last one refers to cold weather, no picture condition. The independent variable in this example is the weather described in the text. The moderator is the presence of a corresponding picture. So the two meaningful variables that we need are clear, weather and picture. I will start with creating the weather variable. In the weather variable, we need two values, each representing a type of weather we manipulated. Hot weather appeared in condition 1 and 2. Cold weather appeared in condition 3 and 4. With this in mind, we can go to transform and recode into different variables. We change it to display variable names to have a clear overview. And all the recoding we are going to do are based on the condition variable. So we move this to the middle box. We click on it, and we input the output variable name, which is the weather variable. And we click on change. Now we need to specify the old and new values. So as I mentioned, hot weather appeared in condition 1 and 2. So the value 1 will be 0. So now in this case, the hot weather will be coded as a 0 and cold weather will be coded as a 1. So I will add this pair, and then in condition 2 is also hot weather. So I will put 0 here as well. For cold weather, I will code it as a 1. So 3, 1, 4, 1. Because in this toy data set, I don't have any missing values. So I don't have to care about the system missing values here. So after specifying all the old new value pairs, I click on continue. And I can click on paste. And I run this code. Now you see we have a new variable called weather. And I need to specify what the values mean. So like I said, the value 0 actually means hot weather, and value 1 means cold weather. So now I have my independent variable ready. Just to make it more in line with other variables, I will change all these parameters, but it actually doesn't matter that much. So now you go to the data view. You have a variable called weather with values of 0 and 1, indicating different conditions. We can do pretty much the same thing for the moderator variable, the presence of the picture. So I simply go to transform, recode into different variables, and I move the condition variable into the middle box, and I click on it to give a new name, which is the picture variable. So I call it picture, click on change, and I need to re-specify the old new value pairs. So conventionally, when there is something present, we code it as as a 1. When something is absent, we code it as a 0. So in this case, if a picture is present in a condition, I will code it a 1. So the new value will be 1. If there was no picture in that condition, the new value will be 0. So I will deal with the conditions that has a picture. So the value will be 1. As I mentioned before, condition 1, 3 has a picture in that condition. So 1, the old value 1 will have a new value 1 as well. And the old value 3 will also have a new value 1. And the old value 2 will be recorded as a 0 because there was no picture in that condition. The same goes for the 4th condition as well. So there was no picture. I code it as a 0. Click on continue. And we can paste. Now we have this piece of code, we can run it again. And to make it consistent, I will also change all these parameters, but it actually doesn't matter. And before we forgot, 0 means no picture, and 1 means there was a picture in that condition. So now we go to the data view, we actually can see the combination of the two variables. They are representing one of the 4 conditions in the condition variable, but now we separate them. We break the condition variable down into 2 separate variables so that we can do a two-way ANOVA directly using the 2 variables we created just now.